uh, the daughter of look, you have been brave enough to the course of freedom. Already from your prison has come a shout of triumph against the giant sin of our country. The hemlock is distilled with victory when it's presented to the lips of Socrates. The cross becomes a glorious ensign when Calvary paid proud suffering yields up his life for it. And if universal freedom is ever to be the dominant power of this land, your bodies may be only her first stepping stone to the land. These are the now, like I said, I'm keep my word. I will answer whatever I can answer. Yeah. What's up?
It was something I was thinking about even before coming here, and I think reinforced with the freedom documentary we talked a lot, where I talked a lot in talking about legacy, what it means to carry on the work, carry on the just sitting in this house. That's what we've done, and so I just want to know, at this point, what does it mean to even do the work? How do you reflect on everything that you've done, and then what do you pull like the most pride from in all of the work you've been
Uh, well, every morning I get up at 4 o'clock. That's I've been doing this forever, you know. And I put my GG on. My GG is my gratitude for what you and the other G is goal. I set my goal. I write them down so that the people that I work with, can share. If they share the vision, I like to put them to know what part we're going to do today. I try to do better than yesterday. That's what I do with the magazine. Every year, when I start my mission on putting out another issue. Okay. I want it to always be better than the last. Okay. So when you say pride, uh, I don't, I don't, uh, look for pride so much. I really don't. I never even thought about it because I actually hadn't planned on becoming a writer. I wanted to be a missionary. I told you that my grandfather was a missionary, and he used to tell me about the Episcopals, how they would go to foreign lands and how they would help. And I thought that was such a wonderful thing to do, you know. And so when I was trying to tell my mother what I wanted to become, I told her that I wanted to be a missionary. And she was furious with me. I thought that she would be so pleased because it was her father, right? And influence. And she said, look, you want to help somebody? Go next door. Go down the street. You don't have to take no plane, no train, and no bus. He said, you know, said, and my mother was a teacher. She said, put down the fucking thing on. Book of people, I told you, you know, so, you know, she wasn't, you know, and that's all I really had an ambition. I wanted to help somebody. So, you know, but I did have a talent. Right? And my first job writing was at the Tribune. Tribune, I lived 3 blocks from the Tribune, which is in South Philadelphia. Now, the Ku Klux Klan bombed a home of a NAACP worker, and the Tribune put out in their newspaper, they had a before and after picture. It showed this beautiful home, and then it showed this and it did. So I wrote a poem about it. And then after I wrote the poem, I said, damn, it looks really good to me. So I said, I'm gonna go take it down to the Tribune and see if they would want to print it. And I did. And the editor told me, well, it's obvious that you don't read our paper. I tried to be defensive and say, you know, I said, yeah, yes, I read the paper. He says, no. He said, because if you read the paper, you know we don't publish. So I look, how do I, you know, get myself out the door? You know, he said, but as I started moving toward the door, he said, you want a job? I said, what? He said, because you got talent. He says, you're a talented writer. I said, God. Because I wasn't looking for a job. But that's how I got my job. You know, my first job. And I was so happy. I couldn't, everybody in the family, I just couldn't wait to tell everybody that I had a job. Yeah. But when I got to work, guess what they had me write? The obituary. Every week I had to write stories about people who were dead. I was not a happy kid, you know. And so I got my nerve up and asked the editor, would I ever be good enough to write anything other than the obituary? And he said, yeah, when you develop a sense of humor. And then I realized every day he would come into the city room and he would tell these corny jokes. And everybody else was laughing. I didn't laugh because I don't believe in grinning when I'm, you know. And so I didn't laugh because it wasn't funny. And honey, I learned to try the rest of them. And get out. I graduated from the obituary column to the love loan column. Now, do I know anything about love loan? Oh, people in a relationship? Hell no. But I had to try to figure out how do I take my time, work with them, you know. And I talked to people on my blog. People, there was one couple that had been married a long time. I sat down. But anyway, I did the research. And then they put me under tutorage to the woman's editor, and she took me. She became like a mentor, and she would send me out to different assignments, women's stuff, women's stuff, all kinds of stuff. But what I found out that I really liked was music, and eventually I worked my way up to writing a music column. And then they changed my name. I went from Francis Ellen to Frankie. I was married Davenport. And they said that Francis Ellen was too countrified. You know, they sent me to a beautician, changed my hair, took my picture, and the Frankie Davenport, really after dark. That's who I was. Don't tell me about it. But I had this mentor, and I trusted her judgment. She's the one that sent me to get my little makeup on, and there was a reporter named Trudy Haynes who was very well known at that time, and so she introduced me to Trudy, and Trudy Haynes gave me all her own. I was married with these. I told that 6 times. I had all my children within 10 years. So I didn't have no money to be running around by shop. But Trudy Haynes was very fashion oriented, and she gave me all her clothes so that when I would go out in assignment, I would look the role. And there was another lady named Vera Gunn who had a modeling agency, and she took me under her wing and told me how I should be presenting myself. So, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. So I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for all of the women who were well established. They didn't have to be bothered with me. All I knew about was how to take care of my children and come back home. But that's the okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
I'm curious to know. I know that you were doing a lot of the local on the groundwork. And I'm curious to know about like the public reaction to that. Like, did you have to deal with any pushback from maybe some of the news, local news in the area, or national, or some of the people that ran?
Well, there was a lady that I went to school with, high school with, Mary Mason. She was on every morning, mornings with Mary. Okay. Now, when she appreciated something, I was like she was my best friend, but she was not. Okay. But she didn't like something that I wrote, then she told everybody, choked them out, told everybody, you know. So yeah, that I got some pushback from her. Uh, but I liked her. I liked she was authentic. She wasn't a put on. What they got on the radio was Mary Mason. Okay. And so yeah, I think in terms of vocal criticism, when I did the gang conference in '72, not the one that's okay, no, 72, uh, the Frank Rizzo then had gone from East Commission to mayor, and in '72, he was interviewed on one of the stations, and we had met with the gangs. The gangs had made the agreement to try a peace, and but they asked Rizzo to what did he attribute the lull in gang activity in Philadelphia, and he said he had shown those folks where it was at. And when he said that, that's when the gang war started back up because they resented the fact that he was taking credit for what they had agreed to. See? And when that thing we came under criticism because they started all that because they put those gangs together. They worked together. And they said, well, who gave us permission to have a gang conference? And that we were severely criticized. So then, Dave and I, my husband, he said, well, who does give permission to have a gang conference? You know, we hadn't even thought about it like that. And they said, well, that would be the runner. The runner is the person that runs again. Anyway, so we started there every Saturday, going to different prisons in Pennsylvania where gang members were incarcerated to talk to them. You know, so they gave us permission for the 74 campaign. Maybe the lifers will never come out. But anyway, so we got permission from the people. You know, but we didn't. I mean, it never occurred to us that somebody had to give us permission to have meetings. Next question. Yes.
Building a sanctuary here. I'm wondering about the the gang members that you've impacted, the men now who are wherever. I'm wondering where they are, or do they connect? Do they keep connections with you?
They pop up. One young man came here today and gave me $60. And he was here when he was 15. And I asked, I said, well, what, you know, I said, why are you giving me this money? You know, and he said that when he was here, that he didn't listen. And then he went on to state prison. He said, but now he's man, doing all right. And this Jackie took the call. Where's Jackie?
Right here.
Jackie, when he called you up, what did he say?
Like he said, it's private. He just like he thought he was talking to mom. That's what they do. I was like, hi. He said, I'm gonna be there by an hour and a half. But they pop up any given day, like any given Sunday, any given moment, somebody's gonna pop up. They say, oh my gosh, I saw the doors open. How's mom? Well, they just come in as if it was yesterday. Someone just came by. Her youngest son Dave sings, and they just came by funerals. They came back, and Dave sing. And it's constant. But the council member, Curtis, was one of them. Right now, almost everybody in office, our senator, our Congressman Dwight Evans, they all are out of the House of Emotion. It's been over 3,000.
Yeah, it's about House of Emotion is over 60 years old. 40 of the years, there were 3,000 kids in this block. You know, so they were all not accepted in the between the ages of 50 and 80. So they're now grandfathers. Within the last 2 months, one came by, Gregory, gave me $1,500. They're there. I mean, I hadn't even seen or heard from him in 20 years. And he just came and said, Mom, he said, I appreciate it. Now, ask me, do I know what I did? Okay, because I don't remember. That, you know, that's honest truth. But they are indifferent, doing different things. My son Shaka became a politician, and he used to travel around the country. He told me there was one place he had to be at, and the taxi cab driver took him from the airport to his hotel. And when he was getting out, he said, the guy said, tell Mom I said hello. And that was one of the boys. You know, he said, tell Mom I said hello. I'm doing okay. So I'm now 93. And so I'm getting the best of it because I'm now seeing the man who used to be the boy, and it's pleasurable. It really is pleasurable. So it's not, it doesn't have to do with pride. It's just, you know, when people were doing statistics, yeah, those other psychiatrists and the statistics on us. And they said our recidivism rate was 3%. Something which brought us to attention. And you know, I said, look, I'm glad they were keeping records because I was busy doing what I was doing every day. You know, I didn't have time to keep, all this. I mean, I was busy. I was busy, the kids who are now men, it seems to me in professions, some of them did go into politics, but a lot of them went into construction because we were working on the buildings. I would say a lot of them became entrepreneurs. That what made them so aggressive. It also seems to feed them into not really want to work for other people, So, and sometimes some the stop I let you give me a business card. Okay. Who was the last one? Mark came to my birthday, right? And he was on that film, and he was so it's in construction, So, any other questions?
So the work that you've done in your community has inspired so many people. I was just wondering if you had any advice for young women like us who also want to impact our
Advice. Okay. I think part of what I've already said. Every day, try to do every day. The next day, try to do make it better. Always moving towards improvement. That's what we want. I think the other is patience. You have to be patient because, like when you watch commercials, they have a big problem and they solve it in 1 second. Commercial goes up, and that's not real. So you patience, be patient, and not just with other people. Be patient with yourself because your life is a journey, and you don't have any idea from one day to the next what your challenge is going to be. So, I guess, send you.
As someone who was a practicing journalist,
Yes, ma'am.
what from that experience have you brought to the House of Emoji and been able to do?
I think, well, I think research. I'm still writing. I'm still trying to find answers, solutions, and so I'm always reading. So I think I never stopped doing that. Okay. It's important. Like for instance, what book did I get? Jackie, where's Jackie?
She just
Okay. I know Jackie is sick of me, but I will be telling her that there was a book that was just published Tuesday, and I wanted that book because it showed how in the past the Supreme Court was used by white supremacists to keep us down. I gotta get that book, and so Jackie is techie. I don't bag on thing about that, and so I said, Jackie, you gotta get this book, for me, and she's accommodating. She don't say, why are you bothering me? She stopped and I got my book yesterday. So I'm gonna be reading that book.
is that it
but-
right there?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
not that one. I got it there for my reading. But I find that it's a books on life. And that's books are it's you say you have a mind, you have a body, and you have a spirit. Okay, but the book gives you all of that. First of all, you have to have a healthy brain in order to take in what you're reading. That's it. The mind you are is growing and it's learning, okay. And the spirit. It gives gives you knowledge from that person's experience, the spirit, the essence of life to move on. So it's more than just an educational piece. It is life, books of life. All right, have I done it, ladies? Y'all hungry, right? Listen, so, okay, I have food for you. And where y'all serving from?
Okay, we're gonna serve from here, and then the dessert and the juices will be over on the other side.
Y'all take.
So,
Before we eat, can we grab some pictures? Cause I know once we eat, we don't want to just like relax. Is that okay?
all right.
That way you can have a new one for your, cover your phone.
Okay, fine. All right, man.
Are we taking some for them too?
You can set that on the floor. And I have presents. They're gonna have food and fun.
For a long time.
Wait, you go fan?
Yes, I did.
Oh, man.
I was in a hundred. 30,000. Come on, give me your sign. Brothers came on university a couple years ago, right? Y'all still BCC, right?
I went to BCC, I was
Okay,
there.
I understand that. I understand it. All BCC to you, right?
What?
Y'all BCC to you?
Always BCC.
See, that's what lawyer BCC. We couldn't cook. Sorry, brother.
We're gonna do the fellows and then we'll do staff.
Okay, you
And
can do that.
let me move this here.
I'll do that. So,
Yeah.
y'all on this side. You can put that in there. I'll put it back up.
Huh?
Yeah, I get a picture.
I will.
Okay.
First we got the fellows and then we'll.
Oh,
jump
got
in.
you. Got you.
There we start.
Nice, ladies.
Guys are included.
We will.
All
We're gonna get the fellows first and then we're gonna jump in.
right.
1, 3, ladies. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Thank you, Lord.
Okay, all right.
You do it every time. Every time. God, thank you.
Let's get staff. So everyone, y'all included too.
You're
included?
Huh?
You're not included?
No, I'm actually writing.
my health is, does much.
All right, Rattler. Can you grab one?
Yeah.
All right, and I got the other.
That's beautiful. Oh, yes. On board. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. That's everybody.
Got everybody.
That's everybody. Okay. Beautiful. Hold that. 1, 2, 3. Don't move. Don't move. One more. Nice. Okay. Hold that. 1, 2, 3. Focus, BCC. One
Also.
more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got it. We got it. Check to be sure. Check to be sure.
We got it. Thank you.
God, thank you.
And we have something. Oops, sorry.
You okay? You okay?
Oh, it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty out there. Okay, all right. Thank you. Wow.
Oh, that's.
You with the Howard. Icy.
They so obnoxious with it too, right?
DC. DC. Okay. We'll all be rivalries. Howard, BCC, and fam, always. But fam leads the way.
Yeah. Look, okay, all right. You're excited. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, let's take this out and see what we have. Okay, so, can you do it?
Everything good.
That's some serious rapping, boy.
Oh my God. I'm a fellow. Hey, fellow. There I am. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get a picture of you holding it up. Yeah. Yeah. Love that.
Mhm.
Thanks
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Did y'all see it?
Yes, you did.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, all right.
It's
Okay.
really comfy.
Okay.
I would
Everybody
just-
get a copy.
Yeah, I like to ask just one thing, since we are streaming, if you could turn around and face this gentleman, but let us know about the 19th. Tell us about the 19th and the fellowship.
Scary. So good. So good.
All right. So the 19th is a distributed newsroom. We're a national news organization. We were founded in 2020. And we report at the intersection of gender, politics, and policy. And so all of the fellows here are focused on that and on underrepresented voices and making sure that our communities are covered in the news.
Right.
We are named for the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution that gave women, asterisk, the right to vote, and the asterisk represents everyone left behind by the 19th Amendment because of their gender or their race or their disability or their sexual
Come on and
life.
yeah, let me.
If I could send you a book, but I don't want to send you a book, but I sent it. I just finished, I guess one of the children's book explaining gun violence. And how, and the different things that we don't necessarily talk about when it comes to gun violence, like underfunding communities and different things. So could I send that?
I would love that, because I'm an avid reader, so that's, I guess, in my DNA. Okay, I would love to.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Yeah, it was actually just released in January. And, yeah. And, one thing you had to figure out how to write about something that I write about for adults all the time in a way that I could get seventh and eighth graders to understand it. And it was also like I had to kind of fight with people to understand that no, we won't talk about this. We can talk about it. We can't just talk about it. Or gun violence. And this is how you solve it, because that's not necessarily how you solve it. And you have to take into consideration what got us here. And we have to talk about disinvestment. We have to talk about the proliferation of guns. We have to talk about all of these things in order for kids to understand why they did it.
you.
A little bit.
Your table.
Everyone ready? Ready?
Yeah, we're coming. I wanted to let the fellow meet.
Okay. Do you guys want to eat?
Come on over.
We have
and
turkey
get your plate.
and mac and cheese, string beans, corn, cranberry sauce. From our Reading terminal downtown. I'm the speaking farmer.
Hi. It helps sometimes. It makes me a little bit of everything, I-
And there, at the other table is juice and cake.
Yeah. Last stop. You had said 4:30. You said 2:30, 4:30, right? So what's the next stop? Oh, Eden. Let me tell you something about Eden. Now, there was a lady, this in Westwood, I think it was competition. And she had an interest in, because so many of us are in these things. She had an interest in who was very fit. And so she took an interest in Francis. And she could not find it. And so she did a fundraiser to purchase a food that was, respectful. And so when they went to dig out, put it in, they found the old one. It had sunk apparently into the earth. Yeah. I didn't know anything about this, but she found out through, I guess, maybe historian that would, and she was very angry with me because by that time my name had been changed. How could you change your name? With a- But then when I explained it to her,
She understood.
What about you guys?
Actually, I'm getting ready to take off.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Did you get to do this? So I didn't.
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right.
You didn't want to.
Oh, no, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. And listen,
I will
I
make
do
sure.
want to give up. Yes, thank Does anybody know where the children's book is?
I think
It's around there. Something, okay, I want to put that up. I think it's so special that something is there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already set up.
There are a lot of.